guys love that introduction. That gets away with cast names. But I still need to give you guys the info. The movie is directed by Joss Whedon and it was a budget of $220 million. And it was able to grow $1.19 billion worldwide. Goddamn. It was the sixth film in the MCU and it was composed by Silvestri. It's a story about when, after the events of Thor, Loki's brother is transported to Earth to steal the Tesseract, and this forces Nick Fury to assemble a group of heroes of Hawkeye, Iron Man, Captain America, and Black Widow, as well as Loki's brother Thor, to battle to save Earth from the Chitauri. The film is a combination of all the MCU films at this point, so from the first Iron Man to Captain America, the first Avenger. Loki plays a significant role because he's a villain and also Thor's brother, so it has that link from the Thor film to this film, and he's a villain that pushes over Avengers buttons. He pushed Captain America's button by calling him a man out of time. He pushed Iron Man's button by using his building as a place to be worshipped on. He pushes Bruce Banner's button just by making him angry and turning into the Hulk. And he pushes Thor's button because he's his brother. He ultimately killed Thor's ally of Agent Coulson. The film had the 3-act structure. So the first act is when you first see Loki appear at the SHIELD headquarters, when he steals the Tesseract and converts Hawkeye and Eric Selvig to his cause. Then this leads to Nick Fury recruiting Captain America, and he sends Agent Coulson to recruit Iron Man, and he sends Natasha Romanoff to recruit Bruce Banner, which she's scared of recruits because she knows of the stories of the Incredible Hulk. And Captain America and Bruce Banner join a helicarrier. They found Loki, and he's in Berlin, Germany. So Captain America, as well as Black Widow, go in and try and capture Loki with Iron Man. And Loki gives him quite easily. So when they capture Loki and on their way into and take him to the helicarrier, they are now meet first time Thor. He steals Loki from the helicarrier and answers why he wants to take over Earth and why he abandoned Asgard so easily. And because of their brothers, Loki confesses to what happened to him and why he's adopted, and tells him his true heritage. Then Iron Man, he punches Thor out of the way, and there's a huge fight between Iron Man and Thor. This is abruptly ended by Captain America commanding both of them to stand down. But Thor's warrior's rage gets the better of him, but luckily Captain America has his vibranium shield that stopped Thor from attacking him, and then Thor realizes what he has done and then agrees to come with him. Act 2 is when all the Avengers meet and interact for the first time. So this is when you see all the banter with all the Avengers, especially when Iron Man banters with everyone. With Thor, he calls him Point Break. With Bruce Banner, he has similarities of both scientists, and they have quite an easy bond and friendship. But he butts heads with Captain America, and the reason why is Captain America knew his father. His father gave praise for Captain America to Tony, so there's always been a resentment between Tony Stark and Steve Rogers from there. And this has sparked so many memes when it came out. So after the interaction and meeting, Black Widow goes and questions Loki, and she wants to find out why he's doing this and why he's taking Clint. And she confesses to Loki what Hawkeye did for her, and Loki used that as leverage to compromise her. And he also told his secret to unleash the Incredible Hulk so he can escape and make sure the Avengers are weakened so can't fight him to defend the Earth. She found that out and tells the Avengers and trying to place Banner into a secure place. But at this time, all the Avengers are arguing. You see Captain America and Iron Man butting heads more and more. And whilst they're fighting, Hawkeye, who has now turned, now attacks the helicarrier by destroying one of the engines and wind turbines. And Bruce Banner and Black Widow are now falling into the secure area, and this is where you see the first characterization, the turning of the Incredible Hulk, and you see the frightenedness of Black Widow from then point on. As for Captain America and Iron Man, they're trying to sort out how can save the helicarrier from falling down, and they're met by hostiles trying to keep the damage from going. After this is sorted, Thor has a battle of Hulk saving Black Widow, but after his battle of Hulk is finished, he goes into Loki's room to see he's okay. Now Loki used illusion to convince Thor he was going to escape, but he fell for it, as always. When Thor was inside Loki's prison, Agent Coulson steps in, but it was another illusion, and Loki kills Agent Coulson. So that pissed off Thor, and he says he drops Thor from his prison to the sky. Act 3 is the push they need. So Fury uses the cards from Agent Coulson's pocket to make, he was a big fan of Captain America, so he wanted him to sign it. And because that was a link between Captain America and Coulson, but for Iron Man, he knew Coulson for a much longer time. So this was a link for them to work together and push him to defend Earth. When Iron Man figured out what Loki has done and where he's going to launch his attack from the tower, he goes straight for the tower and straight to Loki. Him and Loki now talked about, and Iron Man threatens him on whatever he does, there's always be someone to attack him. And this is when you see the new Iron Man armor. Now I think it was the Mark V armor, and this is the armor which refers back to the circle chest. And the Battle of New York ensues, and this was the biggest action set piece in all comics, really. So when Loki is now then defeated after the Battle of New York, the Tesseract and Thor are now sent back to Asgard, and everyone goes back to their ways. When the movie was released, Mark Ruffalo took the part of Bruce Banner and Hulk. The reason is that because Edward Norton, he had contract issues and he didn't like how the way he was treated in The Incredible Hulk, so he turned down the roles to be Bruce Banner in the Avengers film, that leading to Mark Ruffalo to take part. Iron Man is the major headliner because his character is the most developed character throughout the MCU at this point. So Thor and Captain America are more kind of the supporting characters in the film. The strengths and weaknesses of the film is the Incredible Hulk. He stole the show. He's the best. He's like the best character with his scenes. He's one punch man to the Leviathan, where he mopped Loki to the floor, and the Battle of New York scenes where he just wreaks havoc and beats the Chitauri for senseless. The comedy was on point for the whole film. Especially the banter between Iron Man and the rest of the Avengers, and especially in Loki, the comedy did not detriment the character. It actually created more character development, and you actually get more attached to the characters. Loki as the villain was the best villain in the MCU, apart from Red Skull. He's my personal favorite. But Loki had a sense that he had a plan. He was driven by jealousy, but he also was driven by fear. The fear was if he fails, he will die, and the person he was going to kill him if he fails was Thanos, which you'll later see in the next Avengers film when it comes out. And the major strength for this film is the chemistry. The chemistry for all the actors is phenomenal. Having this cast of people in that one film, these egos, especially with the characters personalities in this film, and it ended up merging well, was fantastic, and it was a feat that hasn't been done before. The weaknesses of the film is Cap's suit. Cap's suit is nasty. It is ugly as hell, especially when he wears his helmet. I think without the helmet it's bearable, but it looked ridiculous. And My pet peeve of the film was Captain America's character development. I've seen the deleted scene of the film, and Captain America, there was more character development because he, after his film, he came from ice, and you don't know where he stands, how he's going to learn, how is he going to adapt to a real life situation. Now, when you see him in the film, he's just been boxing or on the punching bag, and he just carry on as if it's normal. But the deleted scene actually was more character development, learning what happened in World War II, trying to adjust, and trying to like see the social society as it now. And I think it was a big moment missed out from the film. And the last weakness was Hawkeye. Hawkeye didn't get the most character development because he was a zombie for like at least like 2/3 of the film. So his character development was limited. So like I think this is the reason why people gravitate to Black Widow so much because you see her more time than Hawkeye. And when he actually joins the Avengers, he was actually quite kind of good, but you didn't gravitate to him as much as the other heroes. Overall, when I saw this film, it was in the cinemas in England, and the hype was real. One of my friends, he actually got to see the premiere. Lucky bastard. He actually got to see the premiere. He was raving about it. And this was the first MCU film I've seen. I didn't get to see the Iron Man. I didn't think it was like showing in Nigeria. I missed Iron Man 2 because I think I had exams. And Captain America and Thor, it was like kind of a period that I should just pass. But when the Avengers came out, everyone was talking about it. And it's like it was a hard movie not to miss. And after that, I've seen like all the MCU movies. I think apart from Iron Man 3, I've seen all the MCUs up to that point, until this point. I'll give this movie like a 9.2 out of 10. It's a fantastic film. It's something that people tried, but it's never been accomplished. DC tried to do their Justice League years earlier, but they didn't start production. And Marvel was like, if this film failed, Marvel will be finished. If this film failed, we would never get a Doctor Strange, a Guardians of the Galaxy, a Black Panther. So everything was riding on Marvel at this point, and they succeeded in like they meet not even meet expectation, they broke the expectation in terms of critics and audience satisfaction. And like everywhere you go, I think you haven't seen the person who has not seen the Avengers, and and after people have watched Marvel films at this point, and this is a testament from this film alone. Well, this is Jeremiah. Click like and subscribe, give a bell ring, and share with your friends. Comment in the comment section. This is Jeremiah. Peace.